Hey, yesterday we started, today we finished. And what did he speak about? Teferes, right? The whole time he's talking about Avas Hashem and Yiras Hashem, or Yiras Hashem and Avas Hashem. And now he's talking about Rachamim. What does he say about Rachamim? He says about Rachamim that how do you serve Hashem and Rachamim? You push it to have Rachmanis on your neshama. Your neshama is a chelik of the kami mal, and it's trapped in a goof and a nefesh habahamis, and in your wonderful machshava dibur maise, which only enhances the unbelievably beautiful and involved and intense trap over the neshama's galus. And you say to the Eibush to have Rachmanis. And I told you, this same idea is brought up in Tanya Sof Perikov Ches. And over there, the Alter Rebbe finishes off with the following word. He says, you tell to the Eibush to have Rachmanis on me. He will have Rachmanis on you. He'll alleviate the pressure of the Yetzer Hara. Et machen lichtig. He'll bring light into your life. Why? For himself. That's what he says over there. And he continues and he explains. Now this shir, there's the Pashat, the Pshat, and the Shir, and then there's what I think is a deeper Pshat. Let's learn first the Pashtas. This isn't the Pashat. Yisha Yankiv l'Rachel. Yisha Yankiv kisses Rachel. Vayisa clearly raises his voice, Vayevkin, he cries. Now boys, what does Yankiv represent, and what does Rachel represent? Ki Rachel, he Knesset Yisrael. Rachel goes on the collective of Klal Yisrael, which is Makar Kol HaNeshamas, the source, the root of all Klal Yisrael. Rachel's an allusion to Knesset Yisrael. Klal Yisrael is called Rachel. And specifically, as I'm sure you know, Rachel doesn't only go on Yidden. It goes on Yidden in times of Golus, right? You know that all the Imois are Yidden, all the Imois are Malchus. Sarah, Rivka, Leah are Giluyim, are Yidden in times of the Beis HaMikdash. Rachel, and even worse than Rachel, is Esther and Miriam, represents Yidden in times of Golus, right? Rachel is the exile matriarch of Klal Yisrael. Sarah, Rivka, and Leah are in the Mars Machpelah. Rachel's on the road, but Derech. And when Yidden ran away from the Vizraten, they stopped at her cave and they almost follow. And the Eibusha says to her, she's the Golus matriarch. So Yankiv goes on Atzilus, goes on Elikus. And he sees Rachel. He sees Klal Yisrael, and not Stam Klal Yisrael. He sees Klal Yisrael, which is in a state of Kirachel, which means Klippa can leech off a Yid, and the Yid lets, because he's verschwacht in Golus. So Yankiv Avinu was Me'ere Rachamim Rabban Rachel. In other words, on Yidden, specifically on this Madrega of Yidden, which is a Bechina of Golus, and needs Rachmam Rab. You understand? The Yankev b'midasei al Yeina, Yankev is Atzilus, and specifically Shemi is a Rachmam Shabbatzilus. It's the compassion and mercies in Atzilus. And who Hameid Rachmam Rab Maleh, he evokes mercies upon Rachel. He says, Keli raises his voice lamayla above, l'mekeira rachmam al yenim, to the source of supernal compassions. Hanikra of harachamim, what's called the father of mercies, u'mekeidim, and their source. Now there's of harachamon and there's of harachamim. What's the difference between of harachamon and of harachamim? The pashtas. Of harachamon means the father who's merciful. Of harachamim means the father of mercies, lashon rabbe. So the pashtas of harachamim is higher than of Arachamon. In the end of Daniel, there's Ketz HaYom Mim and Ketz HaYom Min. And dort there's a maz with the chiluk from Ketz HaYom Mim and Ketz HaYom Min, that Ketz HaYom Min, Yom Mim means the end of time, and Ketz HaYom Min means the end of Midas HaChesed. Yom Min. And that of Arachamon is the end of Midas HaRacham. The Sofen maybe Shin's Rachmanis. But the Yankiv heard Inyan as Rachamim, and he is Me'eder Rachmam and Rachel. How? Vayi says Kaila, he sees where Yidden are, and he goes up to the Makar of Rachamim. You have to remember, what's the whole point? That the Rachamim is Kavim Tzoi, and Kavim Tzoi is Elad HaKesed. So Rachamim reaches higher than Chesed and higher than Gvura. He's not Me'eder Ahava Rachel. He's not Me'eder Yira for Rachel. He's Me'eder Rachamim for Rachel. It goes to a higher place, you understand? And it's Mamshach a greater Gila. Vayev, so it's Vayisas Kele. He lifts up Rachamim to the Shadish Rachamim, to Madegav of Rachamim. Vayevkin, he cries in this level of Kesed. His Rachmanis cries. He has Rachmanis and Yidin this high level. La'eder, to evoke and to arouse. And of course, the point of it all is to draw down from there. Rachamim Rabim, great compassion. I'll call on the Neshamas and all of Yidin. Knesset Yisrael, the source of Yidin, who are in a state of Rachel, in a state of Galus. Laha'aleisan migalus, and to lift them up from their exile, u'yachtan, and to give them a unity, b'yichad ha'elyon, and a supernal oneness in Erin Tzei Baruch with the Rebishter. So Vayisa Yankiv es Kele Vayevk. He sees Rachel, he sees the Yidden and Galus. He goes up to Makar Rachamim, and he's Me'er Rachamim. There's Minimshach Yidden Amayla. But this is called Vayishach. He kisses them. Now it should really say Vayisa Yankiv es Kele Vayevk, And then Vayishak Yankiv L'Rochel, because the kiss is afterwards. Look what he says now. And then after he's made it Achim Rabin, there's a Liyach, Say Baruch Hu B'chinas Hashikin in a kiss. What's a kiss? She is Dapkas Rucha Barucha. It's a joining, it's a dveikus of one spirit to another spirit. Meshakosov, as the Pasuk says, Yishakedi B'Shikas Pi, the Eibusha kisses us with the kiss on his lips, and the kiss on his lips goes on the Gili of Elokus. The Hainu, in other words, what is the pshat that the Eibusha kisses? It means his kashrus, the union of Dibur Ha'adam, the speech of a person, but Devar Havaya, in the speech of the Eibusha, Zu Halacha, which is Halacha. Right? This is called a kiss. V'chein, as well as machshava b'machshava, a yid stop with Eibusha stop. This is called a kiss. But then you also have u'maisa b'maisa, that a yid is linking his maisa with the Eibusha's maisa. Shu maisa mitzvah, which is the maisa of mitzvahs. Ubefrat specifically maisa tzedakah v'chesed, the act of tzedakah and chesed. The chesed derei yamin, the chesed is the right arm. I think the Rebbe says it in all the mitzvahs. But v'hu b'chinas chibuk. What's the pashat pshat in the Tanya? The pashat pshat in the Tanya is that Teda is nishuk and mitzvahs achibuk. So even though he starts off with a yishak, which is Ian from Teda, which he calls his dapkas rucha berucha, or his kashas, this goes on dibur b'dibur and machshava b'machshava. But the words u'maisa b'maisa, in other words, after the words machshav make a kamel. You understand how I'm reading it? You understand what I'm reading? Then u'maisa b'maisa goes to later. The neshikin that he spoke about the pasuk before, this is Teda, machshav dibur b'dibur. U'maisa b'maisa says chibuk. Chesed derei yamin b'chinas chibuk mamish. Moshe Kosov. The Haram of last he spoke about being Me'eder Rachaman. And now he's telling you what happened to Me'eder Rachaman. That you Me'eder Rachaman, the Eibush is Mamshech Hamshach of Gili Alakus to you. How does it reach you? Because Hashem kisses you and Hashem hugs you. The kiss and the hug is Yiddishkeit. In other words, a Yid isn't Golos. It's dark. So he's Me'eder Rachaman Rabban himself. The Eibush is Rachmanis and give him Giluyim. But if he's just going to ask the Eibush to have Rachmanis and go to sleep, nothing is going to happen. When he then learns Teda and does mitzvahs, the Eibush kisses him and hugs him in terms of giving him a Gilu, an experience of Alakus. Now, when you learn Teda in speech and thought called Iyun, which concentration. What's the difference between Machshava and Machshavas Iyun Sefeng Haro? It's a kiss mamish. So he starts off with a kiss, he goes to a hug and goes back to a kiss. Because the way you read the pasuk is Vayishak Yankiv L'Roch. Yankiv kisses L'Roch. And really he doesn't just kiss her. He kisses her and he hugs her. But he says Kelev Ayev, and he's made it Achim Rabin for her. And after he's made it Achim Rabin for her, the kiss is effective. The kiss is the matona, is the reward, is the reciprocity for the kiss. What's the kiss? The kiss has two parts, a kiss and a hug. The kiss would be Teda and Machshava Se'iyun, Dibur and Machshava, and the hug would be mitzvahs. And through this, you could reach Ava Rabba, which is bezgalously revealed in the heart. Kediksiv, as the Pasuk says, the Yankiv, that through the Rachmanas of Yankiv Avinu, and Shepodas Avram, it redeems Avram Avinu, when Shkosav Mokamacha. You know what Mokamacha is? In Tanya Perek Lamed Beis, Alter mentions this Pasuk. That the Rachamim is, if you love a Jew, but you also hate him, it's had the Rashabay. And then you have the Rachamim on his Nita Talaki, which is in Golos, is the Yaakov, the Rachamim, together with Ava, takes away the sinner mitzadara. But what's the pshat over here? Pshat over here is a Gvaldik and Nanda Nekud. You have to understand something. Ava means I want God. Yida means I'm afraid of becoming separated from God. What's Rachamim? What's the Feres? So in our mind, Rachamim means the Rachman is far away from the Eibishter. But the other Ktei is that the Feres means is staklos. I have the Eibishter. Ava means I want. Teferes means I have alakus. I hope get lachayt. In other words, in the Kava Emtsoy, there's an idea of being able to have such a clarity about the Eibishter, which is like seeing the Eibishter, which creates a dveikus in the Eibishter. So the first pshat, the pashta pshat in this kiss and this hug is that you're taka far away. It's a big rachmanas on you. Then when you learn Teda and do mitzvahs, the Eibishter kissing you and hugging you. But then he says something else altogether. The deeper pshat in the kiss and the hug. Ava Rabba. What's the nekud of Ahava Rabba? Ahava Rabba was in Perek Mem Gimel, in the beginning of the Sugya of Ahava, and then in Perek Mem Dalet, at the end of the Sugya of Ahava. He started with Ahava Rabba and he finished with Ahava Rabba. What's Ahava Rabba? Ahava Rabba, of course, means Ahava Mitzad Teva. A love for the Eibishter which you're not creating, a love for the Eibishter which you're revealing because it's found in the Pnimius HaNeshama, and you're Pintaliyah. So he says, you start off with Rachmanis, it's a Rachmanis on me, I'm in a state of Rochel, I'm far from the Eibishter, there's a Gol Tal Zachar. And you end up with Ahava Rabba, in other words, through this Rachamim, you come to Magala, the Pnimius HaNeshama. And that's the real concept of a kiss. The Chitanya is the kiss is learning Teda. The Chitanya is the kiss is doing mitzvahs. The Pnimi is the kiss is feeling godliness. Person experiencing Getlachkeit. And that's the Feres. And this is why yesterday in the beginning of the Shir, I started off the Perek by saying that in Tanya Perek Tesi connects the Feres to Simcha. What are you happy about? That you're experiencing Histaklis, experiencing Elokus. Ava is wanting, Yira is being afraid, and Simcha is having. So here you have two opposite kavonis into Feres and Rachman. One is you're so far away, it's a Rachmanis. And from that you come to a Madrig of Avarabba. You want to be close to the Mebishn. You're intimate, you're feeling, you're experiencing Elikus. And then this you have a Simcha. You hear?